Let's see it live. See if we don't. Can avoid shaking all together. Got this. Gonna set it up. Gonna use a file as well. Sorry, I shouldn't walk away, but I looking for a different saw, so I was just gonna hack off the end of this to get it going. Oh, this cuts on the forward stroke. Oh yeah, this coping saw should cut this pretty good. And I should be able to finish most of this off with a file, contour, some of the other stuff. A lot of stuff in the news, a lot of gun control coming down the pipe. It's worrisome. I worry that there's not enough in the gun community, not enough oomph or resistance in the gun community to stop this round of gun control. Not going to cut totally on the line. I marked it in red. I did have it scratched in with the scratch all. I'm just worried that this round it might actually work. Like last ones I was confident that it would stop it. I mean, I encourage everybody to write letters to your senators and congressmen. And here in Minnesota we got, I think what happened is that the backlash from Trump, like electing Trump was a huge backlash from the working class. Not the poor, because I won't consider the poor, and there are working poor, but I'm going to say the working class like me that, you know, we're middle class and well off, and as they say, uneducated white men. Yeah, let me see. The world that's built by uneducated white men, but I digress. I'm just worried that this backlash against Trump, and, you know, it would have almost been better to have a Democratic president, although Hillary Clinton was a horrible and just is a horrible human being. But it would have been better to have a Democratic president and not such Democratic takeover here in the midterm elections. So, I don't know. Back to this. I'm just trying to stay on the outside of the line. I do have my stock over there that I can check it on again. It's going pretty good. I'm gonna just keep cutting straight and cut out of the line here. Cutting better than I'd hoped. This was pretty solid plastic. I tried to cut it with a knife. I actually scored it with a knife in it. Didn't score quite all that right. Or it scored, but it's pretty tough stuff. It'll leave you something that looks like this, but it'll be plenty to put up with a file. I do want the teeth cutting into the rubber because the Pacmire rubber on the outside is softer. And the rubber actually, I think it was all plastic, it would cut pretty well, but the rubber actually seems to be pinching the blade and slowing it down. But let's just keep going. Yeah, so I'll probably do a different thing about it and a different market about it. I haven't done a gun market video in a while. I thought I was going to do them like weekly or monthly, or I've just been kind of updating them. It has been just mostly a down market, so There really wasn't anything to, or all that too much to talk about, but now that we see some of this assault weapons ban stuff come, Feinstein's assault weapons ban 2.0, and you know she's the one that said she'd take away every gun, so it's really important, I think, for us to convince other gun owners that say, you know, you don't need assault weapons. Well, these people that are trying to ban assault weapons, once they get that, I mean, oh, it's just bump stocks, we don't want to take away your AR-15s. Well, here we're coming after the AR-15s, and just AR-15s, and we're not coming after this, and soon enough they're coming after everything. We know they're dirty tricks by now, and I think the answer to that common sense is, well, there's plenty of gang crime, and let's take new gang crime laws, and they'll in turn bring down gun deaths and also make more jobs and increase the wealth in the inner city. Not by minimum wage and stuff, but just by uplifting those communities. It would really in turn create more wealth in those areas. Will totally create less gun violence. I mean, less violence in general. Gun violence is just a convenience thing for some of these criminals. They did find Jamie Clausen in Wisconsin. I know it's totally off topic, but it just ran through my head. I mean, good for that, I hope. I mean, that's a tough story there, but anyways, back to the gun crime in the inner city and poor education system for the inner city, shutting down these inner city schools. I mean, it's a global issue. A place like Venezuela trying to get their gun rights back for private citizens because it's so dangerous for everybody. I don't know. It's just worrisome that I worry that they will pass some bills and stuff here, and it would be pretty gnarly and sucky for us as gun owners to have to deal with some of that stuff. This in a good spot here. Just pinch the edge. I may run it on a drill press, or not a drill press, a belt sander. Got the main shape down. Let me put one coat of oil on this bad boy, but I mean, so yeah, looks all right. Or is it this way? Get this direction. God, I almost don't like that, and almost want to just scrap it out. It's almost like a hard piece of Lexan. I wish there was a piece of Lexan that I picked up. Cut it out too narrow. I stood it way on the outside of my lines. And this really doesn't take down the rubber all that much. But yeah, put that, and then I've seen some leather ones done. Brown House has a good leather video on that, so I don't know. We will see. I'm not really happy with that.